What music do you listen to on your iPod? Jeremy Corbyn.
I listen to all kinds of music, but I like the big classics. I like folk music. I like music that is nice to have in the background, and I like working at home with classic FM on in the background.
Any particular artists?
Well, last night I was writing some stuff, and you know what? Beethoven's Fifth was on. It was great. Fantastic. But I recognise classical music isn't everybody's cup of tea.
Owen Smith, what's on your iPod?
Loads of stuff. I'm tempted to say, I keep getting accused, wrongly of course, of being a Blairite in this contest. So I'm tempted to say that given where we are right now, things can only get better. However, in truth, the big thing I'm listening to at the moment, my current love, is the vaccines. And I did think that I should have, as for my campaign theme tune, I'm no teenage icon. It'd be ironic, obviously, Jeremy.
And how are you going to attract more of that kind of culture and artists to the Labour Party?
I think by being a bit more idealistic, in truth. I think the reality is that Jeremy enthused a lot of people last year because he was idealistic, because he was expressing socialist solutions, because he was looking at the big problems we've got in the country. The only problem is I think some of those young people who've been enthused about it are going to be let down, because unless we're able to translate that enthusiasm, that idealism into power, then we won't be able to fulfill their dreams. We won't be able to realise the better world they want. But idealism, enthusiasm, dynamism, energy, youth, a new generation, we definitely need a bit more of that.
Can you come back on that, please?
Owen, we've recruited 300,000 people to the party in the last year. And those people are active, those people are determined to achieve a better society. What we're surely about is a party that's involved in every part of the country, in every community in the country, so that we build up that sense of enthusiasm about what a Labour government could achieve in order to give everyone the kind of opportunities that you and I want for all of them. We all want and are determined to get a Labour government to deliver for everybody in this country.
This is not a question of trading our principles for power. I'm no less principled, I'm no lesser a socialist than Jeremy. There are people in this audience who know me, and they know it's true. But what I'm not prepared to do is stand by and engage in debate without the prospect of power. Because without that, all of the things we're talking about here today will not be achieved. We need to translate our principles into power.
Well, Owen, I think winning council by-elections might not capture all the headlines, but it's nevertheless a good thing to do. You and I were campaigning in Brighton last week, and the result was a massive swing to Labour and an absolutely brilliant result. I think that was great, and we should all be pleased about that. But I just say to you that if we are to take on the Tories, why did you and others then resign from the shadow cabinet and bring about a leadership election? Which we're obviously now involved in, and that is a debate we're having. I want this to be a debate that goes out to the wider community so that we do give a message to all those parts of Britain that have suffered all the things you and I have discussed, of underinvestment, of bad housing, of lack of proper education, a whole lot of issues. So we reach out to those communities and show that it's the Labour Party and the Labour movement that can put together a programme, put together a manifesto that can deliver for all of those people in all those communities. Let's do that.
Okay.
I resign, Jeremy, because you cannot lead us back to power. I resign because you could not fulfill, not for want of trying, you did try, but you could not fulfill the basic task of holding together the coalition that is the Labour Party. You could not fulfil the task of working with your colleagues. You undermined colleagues at every turn. Sharon Hodgson sat in the front row. Lillian Greenwood, Fangam Debonair. You claim that you wanted us to win those victories on PIP and tax credits. Well, I was the minister in your shadow cabinet responsible for those areas, and I got one meeting with you in 9 months. That is not leadership in opposition, Jeremy.
A year ago, just over a year ago, we had that tragedy of the general election defeat, in which we were offering people a lot of very good policies, but we were also offering a continuation of austerity policies. We were also offering to continue with the public sector wage freeze, which would again hit the living standards of many people. A month later, it was the decision of the parliamentary party to abstain on the welfare reform bill, which was taking £12 billion out of the pockets of the worst off. And yes, can I finish? Yes, we did win on tax credits and we did win on PIPs. We did work together on that. John McDonnell's department as well as yours, because it's a Treasury issue that delivers tax credits. We did win on that. We did defeat them on forced academisation. We have forced a lot of U-turns out of the government. We could be doing a lot more of that, and I hope we are. And that's what we're going to be doing when this election is over.
You know, it's not about the T-shirts we wear and the badges on our lapels. It's about power. It's about power. It's about delivering power for the British people. It may be uncomfortable, but it's absolutely true.
Okay.
It's a very lovely T-shirt. It's a very lovely T-shirt.
If we can try and keep the booing
It won't
to a
win us an
minimum,
election, though.
that would be great.
I think people should wear any T-shirt they want to. It's what they do together that's important.
Would you be happy to serve in the other candidates' shadow cabinet?
I think it's very unlikely Owen would offer me anything. But I would offer, as I did last September, positions that ensure the political spectrum is represented within the...
Would you serve in Owen's shadow cabinet?
Well, I don't think he's going to offer me one. So
Of course I would. I already have
that.
that.
Okay.
I'm very clear, Jeremy. I would
this is
absolutely
good.
want you to be in the shadow cabinet.
Does that mean you're going to come back?
No, I've lost confidence in you.
Okay, all right.
I've lost confidence in you.
Owen,
So I will serve Labour on the back benches, because I am Labour to my bones, and I will always be Labour, but I would serve this party on the back benches loyally. I won't do what Jeremy Corbyn did and vote against this party, my party, 500 times. I would do what I've always done. I'd vote Labour.
I mean, that is genuinely disappointing to me. I was pleased when you accepted the position of Shadow DWP last year. I was disappointed when you resigned from it. I would have thought you would want to continue that kind of work.
Right.